A very good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Yes11 Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Ratna. Let's begin with a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
Bonds deposited on behalf of Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa. Election Commission calls district returning officers for key meeting. Postal voting deadline approaches. Indian fisherman dead after boat sinks in sea off Sri Lanka. And in news overseas, 17-year-old charged with murder of 3 girls in Southport attack. In your top story, bonds have been deposited on behalf of Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa to contest the presidential election as the candidate of the National Democratic Front. This morning, National Democratic Front Vice President Gomitayasas Vijayasiri, Sri Lanka Freedom Party Galle District leader Sachin Divas Gunawardena and others deposited the bond. 7 candidates for the 2024 presidential election have so far deposited bonds. All district returning officers are to be called to the Election Commission on Saturday. National Election Commission Chairman RML Ratnayaka says that the discussion will focus on activities related to the upcoming presidential election. The Election Commission says accepting applications for postal voting will end on Monday. Postal voting applicants can get the information related to the residents of the voter list from the Election Commission website to complete the application. The Election Commission issuing a notice requested the public not to be deceived by the false information posted on social media by people other than the Election Commission regarding the application of vote. An Indian fishing boat has overturned in close to the Delft Island in the northern region of the Sea of Sri Lanka, resulting in 1 fatality and another person is reported missing. Navy spokesman Captain Gayan Wickramasuriya said that a Sri Lanka Navy patrol vessel spotted Indian fishermen operating in Sri Lankan waters earlier this morning. As the Navy attempted to apprehend the fishermen, the Indian boat they were travelling in capsized. According to the Navy, the Indian vessel had 4 fishermen on board at the time of the incident. 1 fisherman was rescued and taken to the hospital by the Navy but died shortly after admission. Efforts are currently underway to locate the missing fishermen, with the Navy conducting search operations in the area. Meanwhile, the 2 other fishermen from the overturned vessel has been apprehended by the Navy.
International news.
In news overseas, a 17-year-old has been charged with the murder of 3 girls at a dance class in Southport. 3 girls aged 6, 7 and 9 died after a knife attack at a themed event in Mayside Town on Monday. The teenager, who is due to appear at Liverpool City Magistrates Court later today, has also been charged with 10 counts of attempted murder. 8 other children and 2 adults who were at the event in the Heartspace Centre were injured, with some still believed to be in critical condition.
Sports news.
Australia named 6 uncapped players in their 36-man squad for this month's 2 tests against South Africa as wing Marika returned to the Wallabies roster for the first time since last year's World Cup. Angus Bell and Max, who missed July's 3 tests against Wales and Georgia due to injuries, were also named in the 10th squad for the matches against the world champions on the 10th of August and 17th in Brisbane and Perth. That's all the news we got for you on this edition of Yes11 Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Ratna.